chestnut right now. There. So this is water chestnut. It's a whole water chestnut. There's like slice already, but I took the whole and then I don't know. I just wanted to chop it maybe. But you can find like, you know, already chopped. So I get the whole. So it adds work, but I don't know why. I just like maybe the sound of it. When I'm chopping, it's crazy, huh? So this is it. I'm chopping my water chestnut. It's 2 cans for my PANCIT. We call it PANCIT. So I'm gonna call it PANCIT too because it's noodles, but it's PANCIT. Actually, my husband called it PANCIT, and when the guest is asking what is that, we call it PANCIT. And then, you know, his friends, when I'm there, I always bring PANCIT. So they're all happy because they love my PANCIT. That's it. Okay, I'll just set it aside over there. And then I'm gonna chop my garlic and my onions too. And my bell pepper. I have bell pepper. Thank God I still have one. Actually, this is my daughter's bell pepper, so I'm gonna use it. It's been a while over there and it's gonna go to waste anyway. I'm gonna use it because I ran out of it and I don't want to run outside again to just have to get it, you know. So I have it. Thank God. I'm not gonna go, you know, this one I'm going to use it. I'm not wasteful. So I usually use this top part. Do that. And then you just chop it, right? I like this that my trash can is just right by over here. So it's easy for me to just grab everything. There. So I chop it just like not so big, and it's always good to make it elongated because we're doing PANCIT. It's not really like so long, but you know, you don't like it like when you, there's a lot of course each food have their own design. When you cook apritada or when you cook caldereta, there's certain sizes of, you know, the carrot, the potato, the onions. So there's always a PANCIT. You can make it more, the PANCIT, you can make more your onions more chunky because not so chunky, but you can make it like a little bigger. I used to like do it like not so small. So just chop it coarsely, and then this just like that. Not so big, not so long, and not so small. Just right that, you know, people can eat it. It's easy to eat. So there you go. I'm done with that. So I'm gonna set it aside over here next to my water chestnut. It's ready for my sauteing later. And then now I'm gonna do the, oh my baking smells so good now. See, I'm doing it at the same time. I'm doing my baking, and then now while waiting for it to be done, to be cooked, I'm starting my PANCIT. So that is always the case when I'm doing party. I'm so busy. I'm doing like three recipe at the same time. That's what I always do when I have party like Christmas, and you know, I did that a lot. So when it's done, everything is done. My sister here is heating our food because I cannot do that. And I'm hungry now. I didn't have breakfast and it's almost 12 o'clock. I only had coffee. That's it. Wow. Oh my gosh, my cupcake. You should see it. I'm gonna do the video of it. Okay, I'm gonna chop this finely. And yeah, the garlic I want it finely all the time. I like it because I don't like to chew garlic in my pancit, big one. So I'll make it like fine chop, but not really like so fine like when I'm doing my lumpia. But just make it fine enough. Actually, I have this garlic from Costco, the chopped garlic, but it's not as good as like fresh. So I always like mixed it together. Like I'm gonna use my fresh garlic and then add the Costco garlic, so that because I like lots of garlic. Garlic is very healthy. It's very good for you. It's antiviral. So I used to have like when the kids have cough. Oh, you're learning a lot from me. You know, when I'm talking, you're learning a lot because that's when I said that it's my experience in life. Like I used to have like my kids have cough. I don't bring them to the doctor. I just make this honey garlic. Honey garlic. I grate my garlic so it's very fine, right? And after that I mix it with honey, and then I let them drink that, and they love it because it's tasty. It's just smelly, but oh my gosh, you have sore throat, you have cough. It's easy to, even like allergy or infection, something like that, it will help. So I have honey garlic all the time in my fridge. One time my son is like, Mommy, I have this bad cough and sore throat. I said, take one tablespoon of that, and then after that, next day he's okay, it's okay. And I did that too to myself when I have this bad cough that I got like actually last January when we went to New York. So when we come home, I have cough, but not really bad, but it's very itchy throat and coughing. It's like, you know, when you ride a plane, I don't know, there's sometimes people like coughing, you know, and it's a recycled air, so it's not clean. And before that time, there's no coronavirus, so they're not really cleaning the filters. I know, people said that. And then, so, usually when I travel, I got cough after because, you know, there's a lot of people coughing there. So, I always drink that. I don't like to take medicine. I'm not like, you know, I don't discredit them. They're effective too, but that's me. I don't like to drink. I don't like to take medicine at all. And if I'm going to take like supplements, I'm using gummy bears, you know, something like that. I cannot swallow those big pills like that. I cannot. It's stuck to my throat. I don't know why. And that's why I don't really like it. Actually, most of our family don't like to take medicine. No. My mom, when we're young, my mom was still in heaven. She passed away just this month. But she's old enough and she's in pain. We are hurt that she's gone, but you know, we are also like happy for her because the agony of, you know, the hurt that she's been with and she cannot walk. You know, so we are just like happy that she's already in heaven. She's with God because it ends her agony. Which is sad, but you know, that's life. We're not gonna last here forever. Everybody will go. Why am I doing that? Why am I talking like this? But yeah, that's what happened. So I don't know where my story goes. I forgot about it. Okay, that onions, I chop it like this, rough a little bit, not so small. I like it chunky also because it's pancit. I can still see it. So that's how you slice your onions so that you're not gonna be so wasteful.
Talking about this.
Oh yeah, my sister. Thank you, my sister. Yeah, when we are sick, she doesn't give us medicine. She just like massage us. You know, I think that tender loving care is very good because we have like we're sick and then she just like massage us with Vicks Vaporub, and then after that we're okay. You know, so I think it's the love. She's very caring and oh, you know, our mom is a very good mom. We learn a lot from her. Okay, my baking, I think is done. And just put a toothpick on it. I'm sorry, I'm doing things at the same time, so I have to check. Oh, not yet done. Down there, I think it's done. Yeah, like down the big ones are okay. So I'm gonna take it in a little. I just put a little few minutes, and then I'm gonna take the cake. So that's us. Our parents is, our mom is very good. She's a very loving, very understanding, and very caring, and she's a good cook too. So we get it from her. We're all cooking. All of us are good cooks. It's not just like good cooks because we can cook.
My sister is a chef cook.
Yeah, my twin sister from Australia, she's a chef. Yeah, and me, I'm just studying, like, you know, I know how to cook just by looking at, you know, but just by tasting the recipe, the food, I know what's the ingredients, so I can copy it. And then my husband said, wow, really? I said, because we went in a restaurant, we always ate outside, and you know, for just like days. And then we ordered something and I like it, and then after that, the day or two, and like, I cooked it, and then he said, wow, you copied it. I said, yeah, I know the ingredients, so I just tried to cook it. And then he's amazed, and he's always like bragging about it actually. So I think because you have that, you know, when you taste the ingredients, when you know it already. If you're a cook, then you already know that's how you do it, because it's basic actually. Oh, you know, the cooking is very basic. You just add those ingredients, you know, together, and then you create a good taste. Hi guys, so today I'm going to make pancit. It's pancit in the Philippines. We call it pancit, but it's noodle here in America. So right now, I'm going to heat up my oil and put my garlic first. Usually people, they always put the onions. But me, I really love to put the garlic. As long as you're not gonna burn it, you watch it, it's fine, you know. The purpose of they put the onion first because they end up like burning the garlic. But if your fire is low, you're not gonna burn it. Just watch it. I have all my ingredients here. My chicken, my water chestnut, my bell pepper, and my garlic is in there, and onions, of course. So I'm gonna saute my garlic. I have a nice thick wok. It's a nice wok. So it's always good to cook your pancit in wok because it's easier to mix. So this is very nice. You incorporate your garlic, and this is a fresh garlic. So I told you earlier that I'm gonna add. You cannot see me. I'm gonna add. Yeah, I always like have this because sometimes I just wanted to put a lot of garlic, and you know, it's a lot of work. So I always use this and add more. So I like my food tasty. I like my food lots of garlic, lots of onions, and lots of pepper too. So you're going to do it like that. I'm not gonna put I have here my exhaust, but since I'm doing the video, it's gonna be noisy. So let's just cook without it. And then I put my onions before my garlic burn. So I put my coarsely chopped onions. Actually, I'm using the yellow one, the sweet onions. I used to do a lot of like the purple onions, but right now, these days, I'm using sweet onions because it's better too. So now I can make my fire higher because I'm doing the onions now. The onions is, of course, because it's a lot of water, it's not gonna burn easily. That's why most people, they put onion first before the garlic. But the smell, the aroma is not the same. That's why I always put my garlic first. The aroma is amazing. That's for me. You can do your own thing, but this is just me. You can put your onions first. And after this, I'm gonna put my chicken. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm making it a little bit more caramelized. A little bit caramelized. The juice will incorporate the oil. So that's it. I think it's okay now. I'm gonna put my chicken. My thinly sliced chicken. That's a lot of chicken there. A lot. But it's always good to have a lot. Then you have to cook it like 80% cook or 70% cook if it's a soup. And then you can put your carrot, your beans, and lastly you're gonna put your bell pepper. And I want my bell pepper crunchy, not chunky, crunchy. So I do that. I put it usually almost at the end. So that's it. So I'm gonna put a garlic salt. Still a lot of garlic. See that? It's always good for the noodle to have garlic. It's always good. It's always good. You can never have enough garlic in this. Well, that's for me. But if you're not fan of garlic, then you can lessen it. And then pepper. Lots of pepper too. I told you I love pepper, and it's always healthy and it's always good. Brings more taste, good taste for your food. Maybe my channel can be like garlic and pepper channel. You know, because I love to do that. I love garlic. I love pepper. See, it's almost there. So now I'm gonna put my green beans. It needs a little more time. I don't want my green beans to be raw. I like it to be just right. See, I already prepared everything. I already pre-sliced everything so that it's easy for me to do it. Yeah, that's how I do. I plan ahead and chop ahead. That's how you do it. Less trouble in the day you're gonna cook it. Because the pancit needs a lot of time to cook because of the preparation, but it's easy. It's just a short time to cook it because everything is just like fast. But if you're not gonna prepare ahead, then you will end up like doing it very long hours because of the chopping, you know, preparing these ingredients, because there's a lot of vegetables here, a lot of mixture. So this is more preparation. So I'm gonna put a little water. Actually, you need to put more water because the noodles will absorb a lot of water. So I'm heating up water there, and I'm doing this here. So I'm putting it a little more fire so that it will cook faster. And in just few minutes, I'm gonna add my carrot. Yeah, I'm gonna add my carrot soon. So I added my carrot because it's ready for that. And I'm gonna wait for a few minutes for this to a little bit tender, but not so tender, because I don't want also all my vegetables to be so smashy and something like that. I want it a little bit, just the right, a little bit softness and a little bit crunch. Just not so bad, not so much. So I'm gonna wait for a few minutes for this, and then I'm gonna add my. Okay, right now I'm gonna add my water chestnut. This is the right time to add. And then later I'm gonna put my. I'm gonna add my cabbage, and same time I'm gonna add my bell pepper. So it's very colorful. The pancit is very colorful because of the green and orange, and you know, it's all good. It's very beautiful. Look at that. And then I'm gonna add the bell pepper later. It's gonna be more prettier. So I'm gonna sit for a while and wait for it to be done, and then I'm gonna add the other ingredients. You see at my back, you can see my cupcake is ready for icing, but I have to make it cool down. So I'm doing the same. I'm doing these videos at the same time, but you can view it separately. I'm not gonna make it like confused for you. You're gonna be confused. So this is like another video, and right now I'm adding my bell pepper, and then my cabbage right there. A lot of cabbage actually. So it's gonna be so much vegetable for pancit. But you know how can I, you know, you're wondering where's the room for the noodle? There's nothing room here right now. But what I do all the time is I cook my vegetable first, and then I take it out, put it in a big pot, and then I'm gonna cook my noodles, and then mix it. Usually I'll just mix a little bit and then put a lot on top. But there are times also that I just mix everything. But it's always good to have garnish on top. It's more appealing, right? So that's why I always do. I put a lot of the vegetables at the top. So it's a lot because it's still not cooked. So I'm gonna put it all, and then I'm gonna cover it for a little time so that the cabbage will cook, and it's not gonna overflow because right now I cannot mix it. It's gonna overflow. So I'll cover this. I have big cover for this. Here you go. My cover. There. I'm still waiting, so I'm heating up a little bit here. Okay, so now I think it lowers a little bit, and it's not so still so cool, but the more I mix this, it will go down, and then this will Look how plenty it is. It's plenty. There's plenty for everybody. So, it's always good. And you know what? Oh, sorry. You know what, Filipino? We have this thinking, if it's a birthday, there's always pancit because it symbolizes long life, because it's long. I don't know. Not really believing in that. But it's just like, during birthdays, Filipino always have pancit for long life. So this looks so yummy already and it smells so good. Look at that. It's starting to be more beautiful. Stir. So I'm gonna wait for a little bit more time, and then I'm just like waiting for it to cook, right? So the leaves, the carrot is just right. There's not on the beans. It's just these leaves. I'm waiting a little bit, and it's gonna be good. Well, I'm not the person that tastes a lot of my cooking, so I just like I'm just like looking at it, and I can tell how much salt, how much pepper, how much everything. So that's me. So I'm sorry, in my channel you cannot see the exact, like, okay, 1 cup of this one, you know. There are times I do that, especially when I'm baking, but when I'm cooking, no exact, you know, amount of ingredients. It's always like I'm just thinking it. Yeah, estimate. Thank you. I always run out of words. So I think it's pretty much done. The vegetable is a little soft, and I think it's there. Actually, I don't really want it to be so mushy and overcooked, because we usually eat it after the party, like the next day. There's lots of leftover. So we can heat it up in the oven, in the microwave. So the vegetables is still good. It's not gonna be so mushy, but at the same time, it's gonna be mixed with a noodle later. So if it's hot, it's still continuously cooking. So I'm gonna turn off the heat and take it out, transfer it to the big pot. You have so many things because there's a particular thing for a recipe. Okay, I'm back and I found the right thing. I got it at some store, and when I saw it, like, oh, that's perfect for my pancit, you know, because I always do this. Take it out and just take out the juice. Leave it there in the pot. That's for your noodle. So that's how I do it. And put the vegetable there. Actually, the vegetable, you can eat it with, like, just the vegetable. It's already good enough. It's like a chop suey, actually. Without the squid and, you know, other stuff. But this is really yummy already. So I usually put a little sugar in my pancit because I don't use MSG. Just a little bit to make it a little nice, and it adds taste, of course. Just a little bit. And then I'm gonna add water because, you know, the noodles will absorb a lot of water. But you can do, like, you soak your noodles before you will cook it. You can do that too. But mostly I just do it directly. That's why I add more water. After this, we're going to Costco. You know, all of this preparation. I have shomai, I have pancit, and I have this cake, and I have, what is I have? And then we're gonna go and buy chicken. You know, my sister doesn't want to cook, so she said, let's just buy the, you know, chicken.
Potato salad.
Yeah, I have a potato salad too. I didn't do the video for that. But I'm gonna do that later because you know what? I love potato salad. I can always make potato salad. And it's very delicious too. I did not add my, I didn't add my pineapple chunks there yet. I'm gonna do that later. Before I serve, because you know, pineapple chunks will become watery. Yes, and then my potato salad will become watery. I don't like that. So yeah, there you go. It's all done. So I have a hot water here, and I'm gonna put that in and make it more warm, and then that's how I taste it. I'm gonna taste my if it's right. It's already like very yummy. I add sugar here. I add sugar and like 2 of this. It's not a little bit because it's a lot of pancit. So, and then I'm gonna add more pepper, and then I'm gonna add more garlic and parsley, salt, because it's a little light, and then I don't want it to be not tasty. I like to taste. You know, when you taste my food, it's all yummy and tasty. It's full of flavor, but it's not salty. But everything is just right. That's why sugar is always good to neutralize the taste. And see, you can see the parsley in there. It adds color too. You know. Wanna taste it? That's just right. Very yummy. So I have here the bean thread, and I'm gonna put it in my almost boiling, and I'll just continue to cook it. I usually don't cut it. And then I'm gonna mix this with also this one. So I'm gonna slowly, but this one needs more time, so I'm gonna cook it first. I'm gonna make it like soft, and then it's not, even if it's not cooked yet, I just make it soft so that it will easily to mix. Then I can add my other noodle too. So this is what we call bam-e. Bam-e is mostly Filipino using the cook this. This one is bean thread and dry noodles. Okay. Oops. Better packaging than in the Philippines. In the Philippines, they just like fold it. But this is better. They make it like solid wrap like this. Like really sealed. In the Philippines, you just tape it with scotch tape. I don't know. Maybe because it's cheaper there. Everything here is expensive, you know. In America, everything is expensive. You cannot find cheap things here. That's the first world country. Everything is expensive. Of course, Philippines is third world, so we have the advantage of cheap things. So now it's there. I'm gonna. Usually I use a thumb because it helps me to maneuver the one from the down there, below down there. That it's soft already, but it still needs a lot of time to cook. So if sometimes you notice your noodles is a little dry, then you can add hot water, and then if the taste is not so good, then you can just add a little more of your salt or whatever you wanted to add. So this is like a lot of pepper here. A lot of pepper. So you're gonna mix it together. And wait till everything is soft, and then you can mix it more. I think that at this moment, I think I'm gonna need more water, so I'm gonna heat up another water. Okay. The party is gonna be in the afternoon, so I just like, actually we have guests coming early, but we have, the kids are all working, so usually they can just be here in the evening. So the party really is in the evening, but me, my style is that whoever comes, they can eat. But the blowing of the cake will happen during the real, the kids, the celebrants' friends, and they will enjoy that moment. It's fun. It's nice to be like that. It's their day, so they need to enjoy their day. So you just mix it well together. In the Philippines, there's always lumpiang Shanghai, and then the pancit. Noodle, because it's a staple food and it's cheap to make it, to do that. So there, my water is boiling. I'm gonna add it here because I don't want it to be so dry. I like it more. So that the bean bread and the dry noodle is mixed properly. It's lovely. Okay. Add a little oil because I don't want it to be so dry. This is olive oil I'm using, so it's healthy too. Adds taste also. The bean bread is like see-through, right? When it's cooked. So what you can really see is like the yellow one, but the bean bread is properly incorporated with the pancit, with the dry noodles, like the canton noodles, or canton or something, pancit canton. I don't really know where it came from. Maybe the word canton is from the Cantonese of China. I don't know. I'm not so sure about it. I don't know much about it. So I'm gonna add a little water, a little more, because I think it's not so cooked yet. See that? That's the noodles, and I'm gonna mix the part of this part of this vegetable. I'm gonna mix it here. After that, I'm gonna mix a lot of it, and then I'm gonna tap later. See? So it's not just like on top; it's also in the middle. Everybody can eat now, actually. Because when you have guests, you're just so busy entertaining them, and you end up like not eating. Usually people do that, but yeah, I enjoyed eating with the guests. Because in my party, my style is just like everybody's free to do whatever they want. You know, it's always good. It makes people more comfortable and more welcome. You don't restrict them from doing things. You just like, okay, just enjoy, you know, do your thing. If you're hungry, if you want to eat that, you eat that. So no restrictions. I've got lots of extra vegetables, which is also good. I can eat that with, you know, just a sauteed vegetables. It's still good. So this is it. I think my pancit is ready. It's cooked. And it's very yummy, I think. I'm gonna taste it, of course. Of course, it's yummy. Very yummy. Very good.